Hello from Logan Airport in Boston. I didn't think I'd be making this video, but I am.
Doesn't have duration or expertise, and he's not like Paul or Jeb who can do this with ease. And now it's apparently too late to abort, so it's apparently a trip report.
So Boston's having a rough night. Basically every flight out of here is delayed, but none more so than JetBlue flight 441 to Cleveland, which is 7 hours late and counting. They keep pushing it back. The plane doesn't seem to exist. It's got to the point where it's like, I don't want to be stuck here. So I hatched a plan. Step 1. Take a Southwest flight from here to Baltimore, booked last minute with flight credit. Step 2. Take the last light rail train of the night to the Greyhound station, although at this point, this Southwest flight's late enough that I might have to Uber instead. Step 3, take Greyhound to Akron, Ohio. And Step 4, take the CVSR Heritage Railroad from Akron to Cleveland. Well, unfortunately, gate B34 has a terrible view of the plane, but it's there. Our plane is here. It's real.
Are you guys ready to go? Well, I'll get you guys on board. Only 75 of you guys, so it shouldn't take long at all. A group got lined up at this time.
Somehow, despite booking last minute, I ended up with a boarding number of A58, which I've never been in the A's before. So, frankly, this is very exciting. I can go line up right now. All right, sitting comfortably at the window seat of row 3. This is awesome. Brief seat tour. Got great legroom. Kind of a little tray table, but it'll do. Free entertainment, but like on your phone only. Safety card. That's about it. No in-seat outlets or anything. Pretty bare bones, but I certainly can't complain. It's a pretty quick flight. All right, departing at 11:02, which is, I believe, an hour and 17 minutes late. Like a real aviation trip reporter, the way I actually have a view of the engine. And here's our snack, some stellar mini pretzel braids. It's seasoned, which I'm not a huge fan of, but it's okay. And here's our water, which is a nice water. Just like that, the lights are on. We're gonna land in Baltimore soon. Apologies to the airplane bathroom foamers, by the way. The seatbelt sign never came off. Thank you. Well, I can't say I was expecting to end up in Baltimore tonight, but here we are. And luckily we got in earlier than expected, so we have about 18 minutes to get to the last light rail train. Oh my god, okay, I just checked. JetBlue canceled the Cleveland flight. Oh my god. Have you noticed that BWI has like an incredible shuttle fleet? Like these are just really nice, beautiful Excelsiors. Although the dots in the back are not ideal. And it's Maryland flag dots, oh my god. Look, the next Amtrak shuttle is in infinite minutes. And here we are at the station. Graphic design is my passion. Actually, look at this. Someone left a day pass that expires today at 3 a.m. It's like a gift from the gods. I can just take this. This is so wonderful. Thank you to whoever stuck their day pass in the machine in hopes that someone else might benefit from it. And I benefit from it. Oh, I got too excited, didn't I? Delayed an hour. Come on, Greyhound. Why? Why are you always like this? Oh, this stops way back there. All right, some more Maryland flag dots. I guess we'll just try to avoid the dotted windows, of which there are many. All right, off we go. At least we have this nice seat moquette. Look how cool that is.
Next station, Indigo.
Next station, Indigo.
Please use the handrails for your safety.
A couple things I don't like. First of all, it's 12:47 and this is saying 12:55 departure, but the bus is way out there, so I don't see that happening. Also, on time, I don't think so. It's hard to tell, but the Baltimore light rail really moves. It kind of doesn't go to a lot of places, and also downtown it really moves quite slowly, but right now we're moving. We're going over a really cool bridge right now. This is probably my favorite part of the light rail. There's like a highway interchange back over there that we like go under. Oh, the MTA smooth jazz. All right, so yeah, originally I was like, oh no, I'm gonna have to really rush to make the Greyhound connection, but now I don't even know, man. It disappeared off the tracker, so I don't think it left DC when it said it would. I don't think it'll leave here when it says it will. So it's the Baltimore Ravens, right? Do you guys also say go Birds here? Or is that like just a Philly thing? Tell me in the comments. I would like to say, by the way, that this Greyhound station is called Baltimore Downtown. No other Greyhound stations put downtown in their name. It's a very rare thing. So you would think it'd be right downtown. This is not right downtown. Well, we need to have a little fun with this late bus. We can hang out at the casino. As I walk up to this Greyhound station, I begin to regret this decision to do this gambit. All right, back on the Hound. It's hot in here. Not much happening. At least it's a real station. It looks like the classic Greyhound restaurant is very much out of commission. There's a mobile accessories vending machine. The outlets are nice. I appreciate that. The Greyhound just arrived, but it's going to Raleigh. It's right on time though. There it is. Push to 4:40. Arrive in Akron 12:45. And there's still no sign of the bus on the tracker, so like, you know, who knows? Alright, so we've just ticked over to 3 a.m. There is still no sign of the bus. It was supposed to leave DC 25 minutes ago.
Now it's time for a bathroom review. Woo.
You know what? This could have been so much worse, but it's really fun. So there's an automatic one, and there's a manual one. Pretty good. So I thought maybe I'd get a snack, but no snacks. There's ice cream. I got really excited, but it's a Peter Pan. I'm sure it's on time. Alright, 4 a.m. But good news, there's a bus tracking in DC. It's going to be very late because this is claiming 3:35. It's going to end up leaving at, 4 or whatever. Unless it's already left, I don't know. Well, there's a bus, but it's sure not leaving here at 4 a.m. Well, if the bus is in DC, then it means I have time. So I'm taking a walk over to a 24-hour Circle K to get a snack of some kind. Actually, sorry, Circle K, but this Mart is closer. Alright, so the Mart did not have Snyder's pretzels. So I got 2 bags of Cheez-Its. Also, I checked the tracker again, and the bus is still sitting in the same spot in DC, and it just says updated 16 minutes ago. So the bus might not be real. There's a Greyhound coming in, but it says going to New York. Everyone's mobilizing, but I don't think there's a reason to mobilize. Yeah, okay. With everyone getting turned away because it's not going to Pittsburgh, Cleveland, Akron, Chicago, whatever else. I think there was a Greyhound staff member in this station when I entered. I don't think there's anyone here now besides security guards. Of course, there's been no communication, but that's not really a surprise. 4:30. Bus is still just sitting in DC, whatever that means. I mean, it's also so funny how this just hasn't updated at all. Like 4:45, and you're saying it leaves at 4. Think that's it?
I hope so.
I don't know.
It's gotta be. Listen, if it's not, you gonna steal a bus today. And driving, I don't want to hear it. All right, put some hair in your fucking chest. Go out there, get one of those buses, and take us home.
Try my best.
No, don't try. You gonna do it. All right, you gonna do some shit today. All right.
I think I'll crash the bus. I'm too tired.
Nah, we ain't trying to hear all that. We ain't trying to hear all that.
Oh, it says Cleveland.
Bam.
11:08. Look at these seats. All right, we should be heading out soon. These seats are so bizarre because this is X-Bolt, but they repainted it in a Greyhound livery, which I didn't know that they've done that to some of these. In typical Greyhound fashion, the assigned seats are causing lots of consternation. There have been a lot of trades. I managed to score a window, which is very nice. I had an aisle, but someone wanted to sit next to his friend, so I I get a window. This is great. We're heading out 5 a.m., 3 hours late. Hopefully we don't get much later than this. Characters on Greyhound. I have someone who keeps borrowing my phone because his smash, he keeps like waking me up and asking me to borrow my phone so that he can like call various relatives and call the bank and say his debit card information over the bus. He borrowed my credit card to use here at Midway Plaza, and you know, he said it was, you know, bought a pack of cigarettes and a sandwich. So he said it came out to $40. I don't know if that's true or not, but he was like, oh, well, I'll PayPal you back 100. And I'm like, you don't have to do that, I don't care. Whatever. But he's insisting. I don't know if it'll happen, but you know, nice guy, definitely a character. Yeah, and then I'm talking to someone else who is like going to this engine museum in Cool Spring, Pennsylvania, like the internal combustion museum. He's like doing work for them. He has this like box of tools that he's gonna like perform experiments or measurements or something. I don't quite understand. I think it's above my knowledge level, but it sounds like a cool thing.
Now it's time for a bathroom review.
Here's your big, expansive rest stop bathroom. Kind of funny that they have to remind you that it's men, and then remind you that it's men. Greyhound at Midway. Not where I thought I would be this morning, but we out here.
Those mail pouch ads are pretty legendary, I think. Really old school.
Okay, so I'm gonna skip ahead a couple hours. It was your classic PA Turnpike scenery. And then you get to that part where you enter the Squirrel Hill Tunnel in Pittsburgh, and then you come out. Oh, housing stock.
Everybody has to exit the bus. We will call you when it's time to reload for those that's carrying on to Cleveland, Ohio.
So Greyhound continues to sell off all of its stations, but Pittsburgh still remains. You can't have a Greyhound trip going remotely west without a kickoff stop in Pittsburgh where everyone has to get off. But apparently they don't do the reboarding tickets thing anymore. They didn't give us anything. So I don't know how we're going to reboard. They also didn't tell us how long the layover will be. She was like, maybe 30 minutes. So the 30-minute thing makes you not want to go too far, but there's a Starbucks right here that can provide some sustenance. All right, far too expensive Starbucks wares purchased. No Pittsburgh prices. It's just Starbucks. It's always a ripoff, but it was the closest thing to the station. I will say about Starbucks, it's fascinating to be in like the depressed Greyhound late bus ecosystem for God knows how many hours, like 8 hours at this point. And then you get to Starbucks and it's these like chipper baristas. Just total vibe shift that was honestly kind of welcoming, because now we're back in depressed late bus Greyhound zone. I don't know if you can hear that, but there's some like kids show playing somewhere, but the TVs I can see are all off, so I don't know where it's coming from. Alright, crazy. The bus just like showed up and they didn't really say anything, but I guess we're boarding now. There's like a reboard line here, regular line there, but they didn't say anything.
Are you a reboarder?
Yeah.
No, because you would have 11. Oh, you've been on the cross.
Yeah. Oh my god. So it's so unclear where people were going. Like some people were in the reboarding line who were boarding here, and she'd be like, no, you're not a reboarder, you're a new boarder. It was like a huge line. Like they haven't announced anything. It's just, what is happening? Getting very busy here in Pittsburgh. Very busy. Once again, the assigned seats are causing lots of consternation. All right, we're leaving Pittsburgh at exactly 10:40, which puts us still at exactly 3 hours late. So we're holding the time. That's the best you can ask for. So this is an amazing Pittsburgh view of all the housing stock, but I don't know why we're going east when we want to go west. I don't know where the heck we're going, but I guess we're getting a scenic Pittsburgh tour here, which normally I'd be happy about. And I am still a little happy, but also I really want to get to Akron at a normal time. I'm really wondering if the driver just made a mistake. Now we're going to go back. Oh man, Pittsburgh, you're so amazing. Oh no, PRT bus broke down. Oh. Look at this new bridge they're building. This is so cool.
What building?
The new bridge. Welcome to Ohio, the heart of it all. Kind of a neat bridge here coming into Youngstown. Wow, okay, so this is like a Friday noon, and it's very nice, a very nice looking street, but pretty dead. Lots of gilligs all lined up. This is like the big transit hub.
She's just like barking at people.
Assigned seats causing problems again here in Youngstown. That was a long boarding process. I feel like the assigned seats just make everything so much worse because they cause so much like consternation. It's just always a to-do at every stop. Next stop is Akron. Thank God. Out of focus, Akron. I gotta get up. I don't think I have time. Sorry. Thank you. I am just so happy to be out of the Greyhound ecosystem. I don't want to think about how little sleep I've gotten. I think it was like maybe 2 hours. I don't want to think about how bad I must smell right now. I just don't want to think about any of it. That was the long, it was rough. The Akron Metro Station is really cool. The Robert K. Pfaff Transit Center. And Akron Metro just runs on a half-hourly pulse, so it's just so cool. There's so many buses that show up here. So yeah, I could have stayed on that bus and just gone straight to Cleveland, but there's actually a really exciting way to get from Akron to Cleveland that I've always wanted to try, and that's the, we'll go with Cuyahoga Valley Scenic Railroad. It's a heritage railroad where when you buy a ticket, it's just a day pass and you can use it on like any train. They have stations in the middle. They have you can use it as a one-way trip. So it's a heritage railroad that can actually be used for transportation. I'm not usually a heritage railroad guy, but like if you can use it for transportation, I think that's incredibly cool. So I'm literally gonna take it as a one-way trip from Akron to Cleveland. So I don't know how this Greyhound-addled person is going to fare on this, you know, family-oriented tourist railroad, but hell if it isn't the most fun way to get over to Cleveland from here. Oh, by the way, I didn't mention this on camera, but JetBlue sent me an email giving me a $100 flight credit. So that's something. That's nice. I feel like I see this kind of thing a lot in sort of like struggling Midwest towns where it's like, oh, you can drink outside wherever you want. I'm curious, does that work? Is that like a thing that is a thing that people do? This is a really nice little park. Actually a pretty big park. This is a good spot to enjoy my second bag of Cheez-Its. I'm purposely not getting lunch because apparently the CVSR has a cafe car, but I am starving, so I'm gonna tide myself over. I like how you see the Ohio flag a lot when you're in Ohio, because it's a great flag. I don't know if the same can be said about the Maryland flag.
How dare you disrespect my flag? My flag. That's like disrespecting your... What if I disrespected your flag?
Look at this, the train station actually gets a shout out on this little placard here. So you can see, like, you know, we're not quite in the thick of downtown. It's another 5-minute walk, but like, the train station is pretty close, so you can definitely walk it. There's an Akron Metro stop right here, and this is the train station, so you can also take the bus here if you so wish. Kind of an open shelter, but there's lots of benches, non-hostile. So there's definitely Heritage Railroad hours, Wednesday to Sunday. Basically 2 trips a day in each direction. There's sort of this weird express trip at the end that's just sort of a deadhead back to Peninsula. Wow. Nathan! I didn't know you'd be the conductor on this train, or at least I have to pretend that I didn't know.
I'm on duty. Surprise, surprise, taking you the last bit of your crazy journey. We'll take you the last 26.3 miles up to Cleveland Rockside Road. I guess technically it's Independence, but we're
and we have to take a bus from there, I guess.
Take a bus from there the last few miles to Cleveland. So welcome on board,
Thank
Miles
you.
of Transit and viewers. And I should say to my adopted home city.
Oh yes, yes, yes. Absolutely.
Now it's time for a bathroom review. Woo.
The most notable thing I see that I really like is the backlit, like, restroom occupied. That is very neat. Oh man, this is so awesome. All right, I think we're leaving like 30 seconds early, but we're off.
Good afternoon, everyone. Can I have your attention, please? I'd like to welcome you aboard the Cuyahoga Valley Scenic Railroad. My name is Nathan. I'll be the trainman in this part of the train. Just a little bit of history about our car this afternoon. This car was built in, I believe, 1956 by the Budd Company. It was originally a 21-room sleeper car on the Pennsylvania Railroad. That's why there's a red emergency exit panel at every window, because these were 21 individual rooms with beds, each of which required 2 points of egress. It's a really lovely day in the park. I'll be walking throughout the train. If you have any questions, I'll be more than happy to respond to them. Our next stop will be Peninsula in approximately 35 minutes. Once again, welcome aboard, and the cafe car is now open and serving if you'd like to use the cafe car. Thanks.
I'm getting a train tour from the trainman himself.
Train tour from the trainman, what more do you want? So starting from the very back of the car, our engines are equipped with head-end power, but they won't let us use the head-end power. So we have to run with the generator car, which is back there, which supplies power to the train.
Interesting.
This is the edu-trainment car. It has a bunch
This is
of
cool, a
fun
little
things for
kids area, yeah.
And it has like some museum-type exhibits in it, depending on your definition of fun.
That is a fun fact.
For me, these are pretty fun, but I don't want to speak for your viewers.
Now that is a fun fact.
It has a map, so we just left.
Oh, cool.
Akron North Side. We haven't even reached Big Bend yet.
I noticed you said the next stop was Peninsula. Could someone get off at Big Bend if they
so
wanted
they'd have to be in the bike car. It's a different ticket.
Oh, okay.
Only one car stop. So the only stop
Interesting.
that the whole train opens up at is Akron, Peninsula, and Rockside. This is number 164.
Is that one identical to the next one?
Identical.
Okay. Oh, totally different car now.
Accessibility car. This was actually a Boston and Maine Railroad RDC.
Oh.
So this was the cab.
Oh, it's so awesome.
It was in the movie The Man Called Otto. Apparently, it was shot.
Oh. So this is like a modern ADA bathroom.
We have crank lifts on the platform, but our preference is to use these lifts.
Oh, cool. I love that a heritage railroad has accessible features.
Yeah, we always have to start. This is a cafe car.
Oh, I want to come back here. Oh, this is awesome. Wow.
Souvenirs for purchase.
I see you have rolled gold and not Snyder's.
Rolled gold and not Snyder's.
Very unfortunate. Oh, like souvenirs.
Souvenirs,
Wow.
yeah. This is where they stamp your national parks passport.
Oh, yeah.
With you. Another coach, the hot car.
Hot car?
It's better in here. It's not so hot.
Finally warm.
Oh. I see it is very hot in
everybody
here.
out of here because there was no AC.
Yeah.
So here's the first class car.
Ooh.
So here's the dome.
Oh, wow. This is so cool.
These seats usually sell out first. Today is like a very light day on the train.
Sure.
But when we're busy, especially on the weekends and in the fall,
So cool.
this dome sells out super quickly.
Yeah.
And so the rest of the train
The
is
carpets.
seating,
Yeah.
but the first class is all assigned seats.
Okay.
And you can't, it's not an all-day pass. The coach tickets are all-day
Oh.
pass. These tickets are only valid on a specific departure. These are California Zephyr cars.
Oh my gosh.
Salt Lake, Denver, San
What a...
Francisco.
That's beautiful.
Another first class car.
Okay.
This is one of my favorite cars. It's a Nancy Woodward car. Rides really, really smooth.
It does.
This is our cigar car.
Oh.
So,
21 years of age. Oh, is it literally like a bar car?
yeah, it's a cigar car. So you're smoking here. This was for steam. You could actually smoke and hear a cigar. This is how it was when we were running.
Wow.
All these side windows were open and you could smoke.
Oh my god.
It's an old baggage car.
So this is, I mean, this is all redone, like,
Yeah, it's all redone.
very millennialified.
These are all the cigars.
Oh my god, you have cigars in, wow.
And up here is the 169.
Okay.
Which is our bike coach. So that's
Okay.
for the Explorer program. It's for people getting off all the different stops in the park.
Yeah.
And then a car beyond that is just our bike car with all the bike racks.
Okay.
So that's basically.
Wow.
I'm gonna start going back so I don't get too far from my.
Yeah, your signed car.
What are you gonna get from the cafe?
I don't know, I haven't looked at the options. Are we getting dinner after this?
Yeah, I mean it's still like it's 3 o'clock, so.
So I should get something. Then maybe I'll just get like a bag of popcorn and
That sounds
save it for
good.
I feel like I've been tiding myself over for the past like 24 hours.
This is like Boston, which I haven't heard about.
Oh yeah, you'll get a whole story.
This trip.
This is so nice. This is like so much better than anything I've been on. It's pronounced Cuyahoga?
Cuyahoga.
Oh, thank God. All right, that's what I settled on ultimately. And I think the arrangement's very interesting, where the National Park Service owns and maintains the tracks, and then
CVSR operates the train.
Right. I guess I should do a popcorn taste test.
Yeah.
Although popcorn's a pretty tough thing to get wrong.
It seems like they were like shutting down the cafe car, so it might not be the most warm popcorn.
Yeah, you're right. It's not super warm, but perfectly fine popcorn. It'll tide me over for like the 5th time.
This is how Meadow where they have a farmer's market in the summer. Sometimes they have like outdoor concerts and stuff.
Oh,
This
wow.
land is owned by the Park Service. So now we've been in the national park for a little bit. So all the intermediate stops aside from Akron Peninsula and Rockside are flag stops. So the only reason we're stopping here is because there's somebody waiting.
Oh, okay. This is
But
beautiful.
This is called Indigo Lake. It's between like 40 feet deep and like 120 feet deep. It just varies depending on what source. It's like people can't decide, but it's quite deep. It was a quarry for sand and gravel. It was a sand and gravel pit. And then when the National Park Service acquired the land, they allowed it to flood. It had a natural spring.
Oh, okay.
Because of how deep it is, the water is really, really cold, so you can't swim, and there's no beaches because it was a sand
Interesting.
and gravel pit. But they use it for dive training for first responders because it's like the deepest body of water around here in Summit County.
That's so cool.
And they also, like, I'll see people kayaking and paddleboarding and fishing all the time. They have a shuttle from here to Hale Farm. They have old farm equipment.
Could you take the train here and then take the shuttle
Yeah, it's
there?
time for the train. So it's
Wow.
time as one
So there are like many day trip opportunities.
Yeah, there's lots of. Visit cbsr.org.
Okay.
Go to excursions, and there's lots of different excursions you can do.
Okay, so how does it work when you want to go to a flag stop?
If you want to go to a flag stop, you go in what they call the Explorer car because you're exploring the park, and it's a $10 flat fare between to any flag stop in the park.
But that's a
You
one-way
pay on
ticket,
board.
right?
It's a one-way ticket, and it's pay on board.
Like this is what I love is that it's a heritage railroad that you're using for not the railroad. Like it is a means of
I would say
conveyance somewhere.
A minority of the people on board are just riding the train.
Got a body of water. Do you know
That's
what
the Cuyahoga River. We
Oh.
cross over it many times. The Cuyahoga River is one of the only rivers in the country that flows south to north for a significant
Oh.
So that is
It does a U-turn.
Interesting.
They famously caught on fire in 1969.
This is the one that goes to Cleveland. And,
Yeah.
Okay. Have you seen the Cleveland tourism video on YouTube yet?
You keep saying
I gotta show it to you. Oh wow, look at that neon. This is like a legit town. This is really cool. Oh wow, it's a beautiful train station too.
Our next stop in about 35 minutes will be Cleveland Rockside Road. Miles,
Yeah.
welcome to Boston. Ohio.
You scared me for a sec. I thought I was back home.
This is a ski area over here.
Oh wow, look at that.
I really wish they would convert our bike park into a ski area. They never do. It's only a bike park. This is very dead. You picked I think a good day. 'Cause
Yeah,
normally
this is-
I wouldn't have like as much time to explain all this to you.
Yeah. So we left Boston, Ohio, and now it feels like we're in like
Cape Cod.
yeah.
It feels like to me. Trundling along at 30 miles an hour.
Yeah.
That's what I call the speed, trundling. Because it's not crawling.
No.
Really fast either. We're limited to 30 miles an hour because dark territory in the U.S. by the FRA is limited to 30 miles an hour. If we had a signal system, the equipment could go 79, the engines could probably go faster. We operate under G-Court track boards, so we talked to a dispatcher in Wisconsin
Oh, wow.
who gives us the authority to operate. We're dispatched by the Genesee and Wyoming Railroad.
Oh, there's like 3 foamers in the audience who are like really enjoying this.
Freaking out. Look at this bridge.
Whoa! 2 years ago, I actually tried to take this train from my Alliance video. We were gonna take the train from Akron, but it was right about when it got washed out here.
It got completely destroyed. That's why we were only running from Peninsula to Akron for 2 years. So it was kind of a useless tourist railroad.
So we're in the yard. There's a lot of like coaches over here.
Closest to us, that's a Bud RDC that's still fully operational.
That's so cool.
And that's the 6780 is our heritage unit. It's our P&O heritage unit.
Whoa, is that it's like a dome car, park car thing?
That's the Silver Solarium. So that's our dome car. So that has to be at the front of the train or the back.
Oh, that's so cool. Okay, so we just passed a big landmark.
Just the least used station on CBSR, at least in my anecdotal experience.
Yeah.
The reason I'm comfortable making that claim is it's not even close. The number of times I've picked somebody up or dropped somebody off there, I can count on one hand.
Which is funny because the station is Canal Exploration Center.
Yeah, it's for a museum for the Ohio and Erie Canal.
That sounds cool to me.
But it's a decent station. Like it's not a a real platform. It's a real
Like identical to
shelter.
the others. We gotta try to get some foamers to go visit that station.
So just a few minutes, we'll be arriving at Cleveland Rockside Road Station. Please make sure you have all your personal belongings with you when you exit and watch your step. We're going to exit the forward end of the car here, just about 2 or 3 minutes from pulling in. Really glad to have you on the train this afternoon. It's been a really quiet, pleasant day in the park. Thanks for joining us. Have a good weekend.
Thank you.
Actually, I think, do you want to meet me in the parking lot? Because I have to close this car up.
Yeah, sure. Ooh, this is nice. It's like a wooden platform. Ooh, there are bathrooms here.
Now it's time for a bathroom review.
Ooh, there are weird bathrooms with strange high toilets and a soap thing, but no sinks here. These are very porta potty. This is also a slightly more in-depth station. There's like sort of an inside bit. I think you buy tickets in there. Nathan
Northern
is now in street clothes.
What's your take? I'm biased because I work with
Yeah,
them.
true. I've never been on a heritage railroad that feels so legit. Just like making multiple stops, actually like
It's useful.
moving
for normal
people places,
The
and it's
train
really
itself
cool.
is so legit. It's not
Yeah.
like a 2-car dinky. It's
Yeah,
like has
it's
a cafe
huge
car.
set. The cafe car's awesome.
Has
Yeah.
a bike car. You
Oh,
can bring
yeah,
your
run over.
kayaks. It's okay. I've walked down this lots of times.
It's really scenic. There's great sightseeing, but that's not the primary like.
No, the primary thing is to get people into and out of the national park.
Now, of course, we're not actually in Cleveland. We're in Independence,
Independence,
Ohio.
Ohio. So now we have to take a short bus ride, but we're well within the RTA territory.
And one day it might actually go to Cleveland, right?
Yeah, they're talking about bringing us into Tower City. It's been for a number of years now.
But it would be awesome because Tower City is like the central hub of Cleveland.
So you could go from Tower City to like downtown Akron.
Like that would genuinely be so cool.
Your backpack's open.
Oh, how long is the walk to the bus?
About a 10-minute walk.
And then at least it's a nice express ride into Cleveland.
Yeah.
All right, so this is kind of the environment.
It's a hairy walk.
Yeah.
It's a sidewalk the whole way, but it's a narrow sidewalk and there's cars going very fast to avoid curves. But I've done this walk lots of times, so I'm
Yeah.
still here.
This is a required jaywalk as the sidewalk ends. I feel like we're back in Cleveland already.
Construction.
What
The
is
lane is just closed because they feel like it, not for any legitimate purpose.
It's good to be back. Nathan kept telling me about like the famous Rockside McDonald's.
Because somehow architectural miles in.
But no, now that I see it, it's like, oh, this is that famous McDonald's that looks like this. It's because Independence has like a certain, like everything here needs to look colonial. It's like that's why that Shell station is like also kind of weird and colonial looking. This is like a big deal in the non-standard McDonald's community.
I have to get my 99-cent ice cream after I worked a double shift on the train, nearly timed out.
I'm out of hours.
I'm out of hours.
Look at that, the fake, like, you know, fancy thing. This is, wow. The non-standard McDonald's documentary recently came out. You can see me in the I donated $10 to their Kickstarter. Oh, I can't believe we're here. It's got the upstairs. Look at this, they have bespoke bench seating. So Nathan just got a drink, but we have some time till the bus. So of course we have to eat in the elusive upstairs. Look at these like chandeliers. I love these fake walls. Although I say that is the wood reel. Yeah, it's, well, no. This is also a decal. That was a pretty religious experience being in there. Fake decals and that was awesome. I just purchased my RTA 2.5-hour pass for $250.
Not a bad deal, especially since we're getting an express bus and a local bus.
Yeah. So I will say this stop is not ideal, but the RTA signs are really nice.
They're the best in the business, I think.
Oh, this is great. We're getting a nice like bulbous gillig. Oh, I see. So this isn't supposed to be in the Metro Health livery, right?
No, it's not what the Metro Health Gilligs have stripes.
Oh, they're not dots.
The equivalent of dots.
Oh, that's even worse, I feel like. We're beginning our express section.
It's a pretty substantial express section.
Here's our slashed Cleveland skyline view. Thank you.
Both ways. Bus is turning. Bus is turning.
All right, well, now that we're in front of Tower City, I think...
You made it, Miles.
I made
Boston to Cleveland in probably the strangest possible itinerary. How does it feel to be looking at the mighty Tower City Center in front of you?
Really, really relieving. I'm so hungry. I'm excited for dinner.
Yeah, excited to sleep.
Yeah, I'm excited to sleep.
Flat surface.
On Nathan's air mattress. Yes, I could have just like stuck it out with JetBlue. They probably would have given me a free hotel.
They already gave you a $100 credit plus a refund, but
yeah.
It wouldn't have been as
fun. You know, I mean,
you wouldn't feel this way looking at Tower City if you had only done that.
Exactly. This is an achievement. It always feels like an adventure on Greyhound,
And this time was certainly no exception from what I'm told.
And I got to ride the CVSR as a genuine like
transit to get you as part of your journey rather than just a weird tourist railroad. If you jaywalk?
Yeah, I'll jaywalk.
Don't tell whatever his name, Mike DeWine.
Yeah, I mean, this was a great, like, multimodal, you know, exciting
Hopefully
thing.
your viewers got some infotainment.
I hope so. know, if you ride the CVSR, you might see Nathan on it.
There's just a chance.
Although today was in fact your last day.
Today was my
ever
last
doing
day
it, right?
of the CVSR, as we would say in Boston.
Oh.
So I'm moving on to other things that, at least for the moment, do not involve the city of Cleveland.
Your adopted home city
My
of Cleveland.
adopted home city.
Okay, so you won't see Nathan, but well, it's still cool.